Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to week 4 battle between the SimCity Sableye and the Mr. Diddy Smoliv oils. Both teams have gone 2-1 so far, and with Pulitzer being 3-0, 4-0, I believe at this point, you really want that third win to secure your spot here. So we see Sableye and Superior lead from the Sableyes and Klefki EU, or as I like to call him, Christopher Yusuf, come out for the Smoliv oils. So we see two Prankster supports coming out. Now Klefki will probably get to go first, I believe being at base faster than Sableye. But they do quite different things. We can maybe see a screens here. The Superior into Chiyu is obviously not very good, so maybe a more defensive play from the Sableyes coming out. Yep, there's Protect on the Superior, and Rain Dance comes out. Dazzling Gleam's going to hit and do actually quite a bit to Sableye. Heat Wave, that's a very fortunate miss. But yeah, that Klefki did a lot of damage, honestly. I know Sableye's weak to it, but either not specially defense invested or this Klefki is a bit stronger. Yeah, but that Rain Dance is going to really help against this Chiyu now. It's lowering your special defense as well, so it's still definitely going to hurt. And I wonder if this Sableye has anything to deal with this Chiyu, as it being a dark type is going to make it immune to all the prankster moves that are going to come out. You could possibly also see maybe a Terra here. I could see a swap to like Primarina would be pretty nice, would avoid that Dazzling Gleam and Heat Wave doing too much damage. We know the Chiyu probably isn't Scarf, as Klefki went first, so we see a swap into him on top actually giving an attack boost, not really going to matter, and a swap to Primarina, yeah, does come out. Dazzling Gleam not doing a ton, Leaf Storm not doing a ton either, but that's not the point of Superior here, as it gets that special attack boost from being contrary. Hitmontop is on the field, so there is fake out pressure here. Just kind of into which one. We know that Superior has Protect, we're a little unknown if Primarina does. But with fake out pressure, it's pretty useful here, but Hitmontop not really useful for much else, unless it's got some like weird moveset. I don't think it really has anything to hit Primarina. It could probably do decent damage to Superior because it's, not really that tanky. So, we'll see what they go for. If the SimCity Sableye can get the fake out right, let's see if they do. Iron Bundle hits the deal with booster energy. You do see fake out goes into Superior, who must be Covert Cloak because there was no Protect there, and Hyper Voice comes out KOing the Hitmontop and almost KOing Iron Bundle as well. Wow. Yeah, well, I guess you learned something. That is Covert Cloak Superior to avoid that fake out. Showing that the Sableye have done their research now. Iron Bundle is almost certainly faster than both the Pokemon on the field here and does love to run Freeze Dry. Well, actually, in fact, Iron Bundle is pretty good into most of this team. So actually, that like 70, 60-ish% it's really good here. Oh, and it's Quark Dry, so yeah, this thing is 100% faster than anything you could have on the field here. But if they can get around it, Icy Wind is a little scary if it doesn't KO Superior, as you're giving it the speed boost, which could maybe outspeed you. I just don't think so with the Quark Drive. But yeah, if this Klefki, even Steel moves wouldn't do too much to Primarina here. We do see Protect comes from Superior, and a Switcheroo is given to Marina. That's an unfortunate Icy Wind miss, and wow, Hyper Voice is going to pick up a double KO. It is the rain, so that does make sense. And we know this Marina now is a Choice Scarf given by the Klefki, which is probably not great here. It might outspeed Chiyu. Superior certainly does, so you'll get some chip damage here. So Terra into Fairy as, yeah, Leaf Storm will just pick up the KO. So it's going to be a 4-0 for the SimCity Sableyes. That will take us to Game 2. So yeah, I think Primarina is a really good bring here, especially into this team. I don't see a single Pokemon that can do like a lot of damage to Primarina. Like there's a lot of Steel for Fairy, but that Water typing is just really helping here. So we'll see if the Smoliv oils have brought a Primarina counter. With Sableye getting up that Rain Dance, you do see Sableye is led here with Superior again. Nothing wrong. It went pretty well last time, so might as well do it again. Once again, the Intimidate not doing much to Superior, because it just gives an attack boost, but it doesn't use its attack. Now, Excadrill lead is a little scary here, as Sableye could have Will-O-Wisp, and Leaf Storm is always on the table, but... and yeah, Fake Out's pretty useless here as well, as we know it's Covert Cloak and a Ghost type, so... we'll see what other moves this Hitmontop may have to deal with this. But I would expect probably either a swap or a more defensive play on this Excadrill. We could maybe see a turn 1 Terra here. Although you'd have to probably resist, because Excadrill technically already is neutral to Grass. It just has really low special defense. So you don't really want to be taking those moves. Quash does come out as Leaf Storm hits Hitmontop. So it goes for close combat. Was it a double up? And then we see an eject pack, which allows Tyranitar to hit the field with Sandstream. And Poison Jab Excadrill. So yeah, there's the Primarina answer as well. And with Sandstorm up, with that doubled speed. Now we know this Sableye has Rain Dance, so the Sand could be cancelled out pretty quickly. And Urshifu does hit the field. This is threatening both Pokemon here. So I think if we're seeing a Terra turn, it is here. Or perhaps maybe a Hitmontop switch to get Intimidate down. Not going to do much for Wicked Blow, but he's threatening the fighting moves right now. We do see the Terra into Flying as Rain Dance comes out. Close Combat does go into Excadrill, though, as it shows that it has Sash. Earthquake coming out, doing a lot of damage, especially with that Close Combat drop. And yeah, Body Press will pick up the KO. So it's Sableye and Primarina here against, 4 Pokemon. Now, like I said before, this Primarina is in very good condition to do a lot here. But we did see Poison Jab, so I think they have to get rid of the Poison Jab, and then they will be good. This Terra is going to help against Primarina, though, as well, because Tyranitar is no longer weak to the Hyper Voice that I'm almost positive is coming here. But yeah, you just really do not want to take this Poison Jab. Primarina is more especially tanky. Oh, we're not going to see what happens. As another Intimidate goes out. Encore makes it do Body Press instead. Not the one you really want to be using. And Hyper Voice does 28% to Tyranitar. Wow, that thing is especially tanky. I wonder if that's Assault Vest, because that is just ridiculously low damage. So Chi-Yu will hit the field here. We know it showed Psychic last time, if I remember. Because you definitely don't want to be going for a fire move against Primarina in the rain. Quash is not going to affect you. We do see a swap to Excadrill. Yeah, once again, Quash is not going to affect that. And Terra Blast is going to hit Primarina as it picks up a double KO with Hyper Voice. Going to force Tyranitar back onto the field, but yes, Sandstream is going to come out with that. But yeah, Rain Dance hitting once again as Rock Slide comes out, does quite a bit, and yeah, there's the flinch. That's not what you want to see. Unless this Primarina has like an electric move or something coming out, I think Tyranitar may pick up the double KO with Rock Slide here and take us to a Game 3. Tyranitar just showing how bulky that thing is. Quash and Hyper Voice, yeah, that's not going to do nearly enough. Although, if Rock Slide missed, it could have worked, but that's not the target you want it to miss. As it's now just Sableye, who a little unsure it even has an attacking move at this point. We've seen Quash, Rain Dance, yeah, Knockoff will just take the KO. It is Mental Herb Sableye, so that's new information. In case like Taunt, Klefki, I guess, but yeah, we'll go to Game 3. But yeah, Primarina was still honestly a big issue, but I feel like the Tyranitar bring was certainly good there. That Terra flying Tyranitar is pretty hard for this team to deal with, and with Sash Excadrill there as well, definitely helped. Urshifu didn't really get to do much, and he's quite a big threat to this team. Being super effective on 4 Pokemon, just right off the bat. But yeah, so I think, you still got to bring something for Primarina. That thing has now done quite a bit of damage 2 times. If a Rock Slide miss would have happened there, pretty bad. We see a Primarina lead this time with Superior. An Iron Bundle Excadrill hit the field. So we're going to see that Quark Drive speed activates again. This could be pledges. So, Iron Bundle certainly the fastest thing on the field here. It's going to go for Freeze Dry, doing quite a bit of damage to Primarina as Grass Pledge. Yep, and Water Pledge are going to hit Iron Bundle, pick up the KO, and put up Swamp. Poison Jump going to take out Primarina. So you traded Iron Bundle for Primarina. I would say that's probably the two biggest threats on each of the team here. Just like by base, if Tyranitar Terras, I think that's the scariest one. And with the Swamp up, I don't think the Sandstorm is going to matter because, you know, your speed is now quartered. So, yeah, we do see, you know, Sandstorm is up, so maybe see another Rain Dance to get rid of that sand. I do wonder what this Sableyes' other moves are. I think I've seen Quash, Rain Dance. Have we seen another move? I don't know. Encore, maybe? We might have seen Encore. Yeah, we see Rain Dance comes out. Leaf Storm's going to hit Tyranitar, not do a ton. Superior is pretty slow, off base. Poison Jump's going to go into it, and Rock Slide will pick up the KO. So we'll see what the last Pokemon here is. It is Charizard in the rain, though, unfortunately, and, you know, Rock Slide is here, so it's really not what you want to see. So, I mean, I feel like the Terra on Charizard is pretty obvious here. But yeah, just really not a great matchup into both these Pokemon, especially with the rain up. You do see a swap to Klefki, which is a bit interesting, and Ghost Terra comes out. No Terra clicks Heat Wave, and Foul Play comes out to KO Excadrill. Well, that Swamp really helping, making sure that, you know, all those Pokemon don't go first. And the no Terra that was a risky play, but I mean, you almost have to Terra here, right? If you don't Terra, you die to Tyranitar. You don't kill it with a Heat Wave. No Tyranitar being a Dark type, not going to be affected by any of the Prankster moves, but we do see it does have an attacking move in Foul Play. Yeah, so that's once again quashing into a Dark type. No Terra, so if Rock Slide comes out here, and it does, we're going to pick up the one-hit KO on Charizard. No Terra once again. It's very interesting. I wonder if it was like an offensive Terra. Yeah, in Sableye versus Tyranitar, I think T-Tar wins this. Yes, with a knockoff. So that'll be 2-1 going to the Smoliv Oils.